Good morning. My name is Malik Padgett, and you're tuned in for another edition of the Morning Motivational Moment. Well, my dear friends, it's another moment for us to reconnect on the virtual sofa. The virtual sofa, for first-time listeners, is this special place. It's this place where we gather on this created mental sofa where we can just be ourselves. It's almost as if we're just connecting with family. The good thing about this, it's non-scripted. It's just right off the cusp. I'm just talking about those things that are relevant in conversation that you'd have with friends, but are very life-changing and meaningful, meaning that sometimes our conversations with friends could just be about the weather, which can be life-changing. Could be just about what's your favorite color, but then you have those really concrete conversations which could last for hours and it feels like it's been 10 minutes. That's kind of like what we do here. It's those really not intense and very political or something about the state of the world. It's not that serious. It's more just how to be in touch with you, how to go inside and get everything that you're already equipped with and utilize it, how to go inside and use the resources that you have that the Creator gave you at the very beginning. So I want to say thank you for being here. I'm always grateful. You and I working together, we're a force unstoppable. We're a force that really has to be reckoned with. And so that virtual sofa is that place where we're having that conversation. This morning, I wanted to talk about Maya Angelou, which is my mentor. I met her years ago in 1994 in New York City, and she was one of the most compelling people. Her presence in person, I mean, what we see and hear from her on TV and technical audio, things like that. When you meet her in person, or when I met her in person, she's no longer with us in the physical, but when I met her in person, she gave me the most one-on-one connection. She's a tall woman with a deep kind of graspy voice, and I just remember her putting her hand on my chin and lifting my head and just talked about how much we're all needed, how much she needed me, how much she needed me to be the next legacy of change makers, how she needed me to be that next person, that next strong male African-American figure in the community, how she needed me to be a person of character and integrity. I remember looking into her eyes and just being at a place of knowing this is the person that has that ability and that power to speak into my life, because there's something about the energy that she gave off was pure. It was leadership, it was family, it was home, it was a place that I could it's almost like I've known her, so it's like I'm reconnecting with kind of like a parent type of connection. Well, this is the point that I bring her up. She makes a statement profoundly. She says, when people show you who they are the first time, believe them. When people show you who they are the first time, believe them. For me, that was a challenge initially, because I believed that I could change everyone. I believed that if I just gave them this one opportunity, that I could change them. Or if they just had this one experience, I could change them. And now I'm at a point of understanding ego to know that it's not my job to change other people. It's not my position in life to decide what is best for them. It is only my job to replace and repair and refix and work on being the best person that I can be for me. In doing so, if the Creator connects me on this journey that we are all on together with someone, and as a result of the connection, there was something that I had that was able to help that person reach a better place, or in turn, they were able to give me something that I didn't have and help me reach a better place, then that is the great moment where two great souls come together, and the ending result is a beautiful connection of souls and a changing experience, a change of life experience. But outside of that, or outside of normal fellowship together, for me to feel, for you to feel, for us to feel that it is our job to change other people, we are wrong. Because people have the right to be who they are, whether we agree with their decisions or not. They have that free will to make those choices. And if we agree with free will, then we step back and give them the free will and the time that they need. You can pray for people. You can have good aspirations and hopes for people. But it is not our job to change them. Also, when we step back, we can work on ourselves and we can be at peace. We have to believe that this journey that they're on, that at some point, someone somewhere will be connected with them, and or some experience, some point or some time in life will bring them to the place that you're hoping they can make it to, assuming that they're in a not so good of a place. Once again, we have to be objective with that too, because our experiences are relative to our own experiences and understandings. And so just because someone's doing something different doesn't make ours better or theirs worse or vice versa. It's just understanding that we have to give people their space, and just like we were given time and space, we have to be considerate of others. Now, with that being said, there are people that are in dangerous situations. Some things are not just an objective approach. It is clearly wrong. Someone putting other people's lives at risk, someone abusing people, someone neglecting people that they may have responsibility over. Those things are clear cut. They're wrong. And I'm not referring to those. But I am referring to individuals that are making decisions that are different than our own. Their decisions are not necessarily worse. They're just different. And I know if you're a parent or a caregiver or loves a family or friend deeply, and you see some choices that they are making that is not benefiting their life, and you are trying to be objective, and you are trying to be one that sees it from multi positions in life and multi perspectives, and you are trying to be open-minded, and still you can clearly see that there's a problem here, you still have to step back. You still have to, give an opinion or give support when needed or when asked. But then you have to stay back. You have to step back. We all have to step back. I have to step back, because sometimes we have to give people that particular space and opportunity to go through a life-changing situation so that they can come to, hopefully, a space where their life is in a better place of peace, joy, and happiness. And it takes life experiences to do that. There's a saying that goes, experience is the best teacher. And so we remove those experiences. We are not helping them learn a lesson. It is almost as if, it's almost just like a parent. You have to allow that teenager to go through some things, or even your adult child to go through some things, to come to terms to understand it's those experiences that build character, that build the essence of the soul. We're no different. Think about it. We had to go through certain experiences that we now can reflect on. And through that reflection, we were able to see where we were and where we are, and that there was a change. And on this journey, it was a development scale. But in all of that, remember this. When people show you who they are, these are the words of my good friend, mentor, teacher, Maya Angelou. When people show you who they are, believe them the first time. There are times you are going to have to back out early in the relationship and see that this is not something that's going to be mutually beneficial. So you may have to step back, and in stepping back, you have to remember that people know themselves better than you and I. So when they tell you who they are the first time, believe them. That is exactly who they are. It's not our job to say, I'm going to change them. I'm going to exert my power over them because I see that they need to see things from my point of view. Just step back and let life and the Creator do the jobs that the Creator in life does already. Also, character. Be aware of character. We give off character. Let's be cognizant of our own behaviors and character, as well as we pay attention to others and their character. Be spiritually in tuned. Be spiritually in tune that you have great understanding and discernment. Discernment is super important because the best definition I've ever heard of discernment is this. Discernment is not when something looks polar opposites to something else. You have two things and they look totally different. That's not discernment. That's just basic common sense. Discernment is when two things look identical. They look identical, but you are so spiritually in tune that you know the difference. That is discernment. Work on being spiritually in tune. There's something that I say every day. A couple of things I say. One thing I just started saying, and it came to me the other day. I was walking the dog and I saw the sun facing me, and I said, wow, I'm a reflection of the sun, because the sun is light. The sun is positive energy that we need for the body, but it is also light, and light shines and illuminates darkness. As a metaphor for what darkness is, toxic energy, light removes that. And I remember looking to the sun and I said, I am a solar panel of that sun. I reflect that energy, and now I'm solar powered. I'm powered by light. So the sun being light, I'm a solar panel. I reflect, and I also take in the energy of the sun, but then I reflect that. I'm solar powered because I want to be a beacon of light in this earth. I want to be a beacon of love in this earth. I want to be full of love and light, because love heals, delivers, and sets free, and light illuminates darkness. And I want to be that in me as well. Like if there's something wrong in me, I want to be bold enough to say, this is wrong. And I want the light to clarify and say, this is toxic. Get rid of it. Your behavior is toxic. Stop it. And then I want the love to overwhelm me. Because when I can walk truly in light and love, I can be a beacon on this earth of change, a beacon on this earth of truth, a beacon on this earth. And I'm not just talking about truth that fits my agenda. I'm talking about truth that is true. Because we need someone to be the beacon on the hill, the light on the hill. In a day and time that we're living, and it is not our job to change other people, but we can, through light and love, change circumstances, especially circumstances that affect us. And someone has to be a beacon of truth. Everyone cannot just cow down to a political stance or ideology or sociology. You have to take a stance and say, listen, I walk in light. I want to walk in truth, not my truth, but a neutral spiritual truth that says right is still right, and we know when wrong is wrong. I want to walk in love. I want to forgive. I want to love. I want to be forgiven. I want to be a beacon of love. I don't want to be a beacon of judgment, because the moment I judge, I open up a mirror, and that mirror is reflecting everything that I do and say back to me. So let my words be words of light and love, because judgmental words come back. Are we willing to, think about some of the words that human beings can say. Is that you want to be on the receiving end? Do I want to be on the receiving end of the capability of words that we can say out of distress? If you're ever in a distressful state, sit back, take a breath, breathe in. Don't let that toxic energy be released into the earth. Because remember, once you release words, they're out there forever. They're just like when you release things on the internet and they're out there. Your words are too, because your words are like things. They produce things. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. Your words have power. My words have power. Once they are released, good or bad words, positive or negative words, they all have an ending result. They have a purpose, because life and death is in the power of the tongue. Choose life. Choose life. choose life. Choose those words carefully. Choose those words to bring life to someone else. Choose those words to bring life to yourself. Choose those words to enhance someone's life. Choose those words that will build character, that will build a community of people that care. Choose words that will change your outcome. Choose words that will change the area around you. Choose words that will uplift people. Choose words that will change hearts, that will change minds, because not because you worked so hard to feverishly do the work. You just spoke the word, and through your words, people's lives were transformed. Through your words, people's lives were motivated. You gave people reason to live. Choose words that bring life. And while you're choosing those words, walk in the commitment to love someone. Me, you, us, let's walk in the commitment to love someone. Not judge them by what we think they should be. Just love them, because love changes people. Not our unjust, unthoughtful, unconcerned words that we can say. That's why it's important to choose your words, to stop and reflect and breathe in. Don't let that be the outcome of something you're going through to make the defining decision by just that impulse moment. You're going to make life-changing decisions in a moment of impulse. No, sit back, reflect. Choose words and choose life. And then walk in love. Love changes people. Walk in love. And be that solar panel. Take in the light. The sun was a metaphor for the light, because light shines in dark places, and love heals, delivers, and sets free. Lastly, I want to just leave you with another way that I connect. I say every day that I can have whatever I say. Therefore, I say exactly what I want, and I believe exactly what I say. Once again, I, Malik Padgett, can have whatever I say. Therefore, I say exactly what I want, and I believe exactly what I say. I also say that nothing, no words, no evil thoughts formed against me shall ever take place. No weapon formed against me, not one weapon formed against me, shall prosper. And on this final note, I just want to leave with this thought that I say: Creator, in you I live, I move, I breathe, and I have my divine being. Once again, in you, Father, in you, Creator, in you, Source, in you, God, I live, I move, I breathe, and I have my divine being. The Creator's divinity. I'm in the Creator. I am divine. I'm divine because the Creator is divine, and the Creator lives in me. I live in the Creator. We live in and out of each other. In you, Creator, I live, I move, I breathe, and I have my divine being. Thank you for listening. I'm totally grateful. My name is Malik Padgett. If you'd like to reach me, go to themorningmotivationalmoment.com. themorningmotivationalmoment.com, all one word. themorningmotivationalmoment.com. You can go to the contact us section, leave your information. I'll be sure to return every conversation. You can reach me by phone, area code 305-747-1051, 305-747-1051. And I like to end on this note. Thank you for loving me. There's nothing like the love of people. We don't have to physically be seated in front of each other to love. Love comes from the heart, and it extends across the world. Thank you for loving me. I love you back. Have a great day. Remember, don't judge. Say words that are life. Bring love, because we can be change agents in this earth. Have a great day. Blessings to you all.